News at 6.
Couldn't see. I mean, you just couldn't see. You just roll up in it.
Visibility was terrible and terrifying. More on this brutal series of crashes that left 3 people dead on Florida's Space Coast. Thanks for staying with us for state and local coverage at 6:30. I'm Patrick Nolan.
And I'm Shari Armstrong. This happened on I-95 in Volusia County, so that's just east of Orlando. Florida Highway Patrol says there were 4 separate crashes around mile marker 244. That's near New Smyrna Beach. Among the 17 vehicles involved, semi-trucks, as we're showing you here. We've also learned a child was airlifted to a local hospital. That child is listed as in stable condition.
And as we mentioned earlier in the newscast, there was a potentially dangerous weather phenomenon rolling down 95 at the time. It's called super fog.
You might be wondering what that is. So Fox 4 meteorologist Andrew Shipley has an in-depth look at what causes this so you can stay safe if you ever find yourself in it. Andrew?
Yeah, that's right, guys. And there's many mornings that we wake up this time of year with dense fog. And when the fog mixes with wildfire smoke, it enhances the effects. And in worst cases, you can't even see your hand in front of you, which makes it even harder, especially driving in these extremely dangerous conditions. And as we move through dry season, the chances we see super fog here in Southwest Florida increases. I spoke with NWS meteorologist in Tampa, Dan Noah, about what makes super fog just so dangerous.
In Florida, about every 5 years, we have a terrible super fog accident on the interstate or some of our bigger highways with multiple fatalities, numerous vehicles.
Florida has a history of similar deadly pileup crashes. After an incident on I-75 in January of 2012, Florida Highway Patrol announced actions to better monitor super fog conditions. In Thursday's case, FHP says they were not given advance notice of a prescribed burn in the area. While it's unclear if this directly impacted the outcome, it shows how dangerous it can be, especially if proper notice wasn't given.
If we have a leftover burn and it's smoldering, the smoke from that burn can combine with the water vapor in the air and create a lot more fog.
For fog or clouds to form, water vapor needs something to attach to called condensation nuclei. Smoke only intensifies that process.
If we had a completely clean atmosphere with no particles in it, we wouldn't have a cloud because the water vapor has to condense on something like a little tiny smoke particle. And with smoke, you have just so many more particles in the atmosphere for that water vapor to latch onto and reduce the visibility.
While this incident did happen in Northeast Florida, super fog can happen here in Southwest Florida, especially in fog and fire season.
If you're driving home and you smell smoke, and you hear the TV meteorologist saying, hey, we're going to have fog tomorrow morning, just know when you drive by that smoky area tomorrow morning, it could be very dense fog or super fog.
And speaking of dense fog, here are some tips for driving in dense fog as a whole. Slow down, making sure you have those larger stopping distance, using those low beam headlights and staying focused on the road and being prepared to suddenly stop. All these tips can help you be safer on the roads. Reporting in the studio, meteorologist Andrew Shipley, Fox 4.